Playing collegiate sports at the Division I collegiate level is certainly an impressive feat. Having brothers, twins in fact, play for the same SEC school, even more impressive. KOMU 8's Phil Bergman is in studio now with more on a pair of twins who suit up in the black and gold.
Having siblings play at Mizzou isn't a total shocker. On the women's basketball team alone, there are 3 sets of siblings. However, what separates these brothers from their other sibling counterparts at Mizzou is that both these brothers were walk-ons. I'll start first by telling the story of the wrestler of the pair, Mike Monaghan.
Mike and Nick Monaghan have been there for each other since the beginning. Literally.
We look so much alike, but we're fraternal.
Nick's on the football team and Mike wrestles. Though Nick's played for the past 4 seasons, this is Mike's first. He's a walk-on redshirt senior.
Some of the young guys call me Uncle Mike, which is kind of funny because I'm 23 years old. Some of these guys walking into 18.
A multi-sport high school athlete, Mike decided to not compete in college and attend Mizzou.
Mike said, he goes, I want to go to Mizzou. And I go, what's a Mizzou? And he goes, University of Missouri.
Wanting to play a sport, Mike joined the lacrosse team. 3 years later, he was captain and led the team to a conference regular season title.
At times it was a struggle. You know, my knees were hurting and didn't have all the stuff, all the tools, but it was a lot of fun playing with those boys.
After knee injuries forced Mike out of lacrosse, he got an internship at Mizzou Athletics as a strength intern.
Working with everybody, working with Nick. Nick was, my twin brother was playing football. I was his strength coach.
One day, wrestling coaches convinced him to walk on, even though he hadn't wrestled since 2011. He was sold.
It's been a grind, but it's been one of the most fun things I've done because you push yourself to levels that you didn't think you could go to. This whole thing, tire style, you know, you don't do it because it's easy, we do it because it's difficult.
I wouldn't want to do the work that he's had to put in to get in there, but I didn't think he'd make it more than a week, and now he's been with us since the beginning of the summer.
And the 5th-year senior who went from the classroom to the lacrosse field to the weight room has found his new home on the wrestling mat.
This spring, while training for the wrestling team, Mike did compete in the deadlift and broke the state record for his weight class. As well, he did not get into today's match against Ohio University at the Hearn Center, but he has gone into wrestling matches earlier this year. Later in Sports Extra, I'll be back with a story on Mike's brother, Nick.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sports Extra with Chris Gervino. Earlier in tonight's program, we heard the story of Mike Monaghan, a 5th-year senior who walked on to the Missouri wrestling team. KOMU 8's Phil Bergman is back again to tell the story of Mike's brother Nick, a long snapper on the Tiger football team.
Nick Monaghan always wanted to play at the Division I level, but his desire to be closer to family was worth putting his playing career on hold and potentially ending his dream of seeing the field.
It's senior night, and this will be the closest Nick Monaghan gets to playing on Furrow.
I was hurting. I was like, I can't believe that I never played.
Highly rated out of high school, Nick went to Western Michigan and spent freshman year as the 2nd-string long snapper. Slated to start his sophomore year, he decided to give it all up and transfer to Mizzou to be closer to his twin, Mike.
When I told him I was going to transfer, he was like, I thought you were going to stick around and win the starting spot for us. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. I really did not. The school wasn't the right fit for me.
Nick sold shoes at Dick's while waiting for his chance. The former stud snapper was now a sporting goods stock boy.
I remember playing out at the big house in Michigan, at the University of Michigan, and now I'm in the back stocking shoes.
One day, he got a call from his long snapping coach, who hooked him up with a tryout with the football team. 2 years later, this turned into a place on the travel squad.
I just remember walking into to Kyle Field, and I was like, wow, like, this is what it's like to travel in a SEC stadium.
Then senior night came and went, and then 3/4 of the Arkansas game. Nick's dream of getting on the field wasn't going to happen.
And I looked up to the scoreboard, and I saw 11 minutes left. And I looked up, and I was like, 11 minutes. 11 minutes, my career's over. I didn't even play down a football for 5 years.
But then Mizzou's long snapper got hurt, and on the last punt of the last game of Nick's career, his name was called.
I can't even explain it. It was really sweet.
And of course, he downed the ball.
And I finally touched the ball, and I got off the field, man, and it was like we just won the national championship.
2 brothers, 2 challenges, 2 dreams accomplished.
During Mizzou's game against South Carolina in October, the school honored the wrestling team, meaning for one special moment, Mike and Nick were both on the field at the same time. His parents said this is one of their most memorable moments.